Yeah, good evening, all the masters. Um, will welcome my dear friends, my dear masters, my dear gods. So, before commencing the session, I would like to say pranamas to our Master Rangnath sir and to our Brahmashi Patriji sir and to Great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji sir. So, Mahavatar Foundation, along with Mahavatar TV, welcomes you all. The batch number 15 for Holistic Lifestyle Program, 21 day program, batch 15, and today is we are on day 12, almost in the middle of the session. So, today's schedule is as follows: spiritual topic, loss of spirit from the world, loss of spirit world, part 4 by Madam Sindura, and then followed by holistic lifestyle topic, Linga Mudra and benefits by me, and then with our favorite meditation. So, all are excited about that story, right? Jimmy Uncle's story. I'll just briefly tell within 2-3 minutes and I'll hand it over to Sindura ma'am. Okay. So, Jimmy Uncle used to be a well-known person, used to do lot of charity prayers and help the needy people, and he died before those two boys, Vispe and Rato. Once these two boys met with an accident and reached spirit world to realm 6, they searched for him and they did not find him, and they searched in realm 7, and they searched even in 543, but they did not find him. So with the permission of higher good soul, they went to realm 1. There they found him, and they went and asked, why are you in realm 1, even though you are such a good person, you used to do so much charity, you used to help all the people, and you used to be very good, very kind soul, but how come you are in realms 1? They asked. That time he started with his story. So that story is very horrible, and yeah, we'll know about it. The reason for it is as follows. To start with, he was a son of very gentle, loving lady who was pure soul, but his father was a crook who used to influence all his siblings' mother to act wrongly. That person, his father, that Jimmy uncle's father, he used to be very cruel person. He used to do all the evil things. You name any evil thing, he used to do that. So he used to influence his wife and all the kids, his siblings, and even Jimmy uncle. But his mother, he used to be pure soul, and she never used to follow him. But these kids of Jimmy uncle's siblings and Jimmy uncle's father, they all used to do all these evil things. And one day when they grown up, he said, his mother used to say, "Don't do all those bad things. Don't do all these evil things." She used to say. And this Jimmy uncle, he got pissed up with his mother, and he said like, "Go jump from that window. You are of no use," he said. And somehow his mother felt very bad, and he jumped out of the window, and she died it since. So at that time, generally, what any son will feel very bad, right? But he did not feel any bad, any guilty. He did not feel anything, and he felt very happy that no one is going to stop him to do the evil things. So he uh, he, uh, he grown up. All his siblings, they all used to do all the evil things. What and all his father used to say. So after some time, his father diagnosed with diabetes itself. So they all started blaming the God Almighty. How come he has got all diabetic, all those things and all, they used to think. And after some time, uh, after a few days, he met with an accident. And in that accident, he has to actuated with his two legs and one hand. From that time, he was bedridden. At that time also, these they never realized their sinful acts. They were just blaming the Almighty. All the time they were blaming the Almighty. They were not doing any. They didn't even realize that because of their evil karma only they got all these things and all. They did not realize. And after he was bedridden and he was blaming the Almighty. Uh, After few months or something like that, he again diagnosed with some cancer. So that time also, all these siblings and his father, they started blaming the Almighty. So that time also, even in such pain, he did not even realize. He did not even realize that uh, because of their sinful acts only, he is being uh, diagnosed with all these problems. He is suffering so much and all. They did not even realize. So after that, what did they do is uh, they made arrangement of a priest who used to come and pray for him to make him cured. So priest unknowing, not knowing about these people, he used to come every day and he used to do the prayers every day, thinking that these people are very good people. Uh, this person has to get cured very fast, thinking that he was doing prayer every day. And what happened? One day when he was coming in the morning to entering into the house, he heard some voices. This father, he was using all abusive language to his own kids and to maids. That time he realized, oh, this fellow is not a good person. Why is he doing all this? He is talking all the nonsense and all. He's talking, he thought, and he went off. And he started inquiring about this family. And he came to know about many sinful thoughts, what and all they have done. So he went and asked help. He just went and seek the help to help with the policemen. They also inquired about these people, but they could not get any witness. They were doing some all inquiry, all those things. They were starting getting the witnesses for uh, of these sinful acts. And then one fine day they got it and they came to arrest these people. At that time, what this Jimmy uncle did, he just took all the jewelry, all the cash, leaving his father, his sibling, and he ran off to Mumbai. So Mumbai, he just went. He started his new journey there. He changed his name. He changed his all his identity, everything. He started living like a very good person. Um, to outside, he was very good person, very loving person. He used to do lots of prayer, lots of charity, all good works he used to do. But inside, he was the same person before. He used to do all the evil work, and that's how after his death also, uh, he just came to realm one. He thought like by doing charity, by doing donating money and all, God will uh, pardon all his sins. I can do whatever I want, he thought, and he started doing. He never stopped doing all evil acts. So after coming to spirit world and realm world, he realized that God justice is not like this. With what is that selfless motive only will cure our all bad karmas. With selfish intention, if you do any charity, any good work, that won't erase our bad karma. So from this lesson, from this story, we'll know that with selfless motive only, we have to do any work. We have to be very pure from inside and outside. Yeah, this is the thing. And yesterday, sir also had told. one story. All these things are almost similar, but we have to extract what we have to follow in life. So now I'll give it to Sindhura ma'am. Let me introduce her. I'll just say a few words about her. Madam Sindhura Devate Kamlakar, born in Chitradurga, did her schooling and graduation from Davangere, Karnataka, who did graduate in life sciences. He is very much fond of learning and researching about animal and plant kingdom. She is also yoga enthusiast, nature lover, and avid scientific knowledge seeker. Besides interest in dancing and singing. She has been teaching home tuitions, conducts summer camps for small kids. She teaches yoga, um, Vedic maths, all those things. Her spiritual journey started from 2015 from Brahma Kumaris and got attracted to Gyan Mark. So that is the wisdom path. Ever since she is doing seva and following great gurus like Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, Swami Vivekananda, and Osho. She did take training in inner engineering program and Sudarshan Kriya from Sadguru and Art of Living programs respectively. She is one of active Seva member in Mahavatar as well. So, Sindhura ma'am, you can take over and continue the story.
Yes, thank you. Well, thank you, Pallavi ma'am. Good evening, friends. Before starting my session, I would like to convey my regards to the divinity, to our divine Grandmaster, uh, Brahmashri Patriji, and also Great Grandmaster Mahavatar Babaji, and to our beloved Guruji Ranganath sir. So today I will share one story. It is a story of a person named Surdas. So he is a very evil soul, uh, because he wanted to change himself. So Surdas, he left his body when he was in realm 3. And because of some bad company, he has left the body in his previous life in that state. And then Surdas decides to come back to earth, to take birth on earth, and uh, you know uh, to improve his soul, because earth is a great medium, that is a platform to for one to ascend higher in less time, in less duration. So here in this story, actually two souls of Surdas, two beloved souls, they help Surdas to achieve this progress. So this is about a soul um, who, in spite of doing all the wicked things, all the possible to possible extent, again with the help of his beloved soul from the spirit world and from his own subconscious mind, as yesterday sir told, the subconscious mind and the willpower, one can transform oneself in the same life. So here the story goes. So Surdas was on realm 3 in previous life, and he has his beloved soul named Neelu. So she is in realm 5, and she is in spirit world. So Surdas, he requests, but Surdas, he got stuck in realm 3. So Surdas requests his leader of the realm, the good soul, to just request God so that he can go back to earth again and take birth to an evil mother and improve himself and get back to Neelu. She is on realm 5. He wants to unite with her. So, as per his wish, so he was granted life. Then Surdas, he comes to the earth. He gets birth uh, to a wicked woman, and he was so wicked. She was her mother. Sorry, his mother. She is very a wicked woman. So here there is one thing that the little babies, they until they begin to talk properly. So the baby is when the baby is born, it is connected to the spirit world, and the baby is constantly in touch with their loved ones who are in the spirit world. So till a baby turn one, so there is a chance for the baby to go back to the spirit world. But for a year, that is for a year. Uh, but then if they observe the situation of the parents, and they can choose to, they can choose to stay in the uh, physical world, or they can choose to go back to spiritual, that spirit world, and unite with their soul. But Surdas was in realm 3. He genuinely want to improve himself, and get back to the realm 5 in spirit world, because he has no other choice, because his loved one Neelu is in realm 5. So for him it was of no use. If he leaves his body and gets back to spirit world, he will be stuck in realm 3 itself. So Surdas decides to stay and has a Surdas grave up. So he lost his in his purpose. So he lost his purpose and he follows his mother. Because what happens when there is too much of evil, our subconscious mind sometimes cannot tolerate that evilness, and then it gets back to the sleep state. So the same thing happened with Surdas. He grew up into a very wicked goon. He started looting people, harassing weak people. Like this, Surdas uh, started to live on earth. So Neelu saw all this from spirit world, and she um, tries a lot, to interfere and improve Surdas' subconscious mind. When she came to know that it is very difficult for her, it is almost impossible. So it is very hard work, she realized. So she goes to one of Surdas' previous lives, uh, one more beloved soul, that is Mohandas. So she became successful in impressing him. She requests Mohandas to go back to the earth and uh, help Surdas, to improve. So Mohandas, he gets birth in Bombay. He was in different city, and Surdas was in Bangalore. So, but after few days, Mohandas' subconscious mind, it became successful in bringing Mohandas to Bangalore to connect with Surdas. So in some years, they become friends. Mohandas and Surdas, they become good friends. And here what happens, Mohandas is a good soul who means who came to earth to uplift Surdas from lower realms to higher realms. But what happened? Mohandas, because of the company of Surdas, he also falls down to the lower realms. So now Mohandas and Surdas, they together started leading the wrong life, started to loot people, and to um, means to get money in, to get money through wrong deeds. So like this, they started. So now Neelu, she gets worried and she goes to the leader of her realm, that is High Good Soul, and she says that this has happened. I sent Mohandas, but now both are fallen down to lowest realm. Then the High Good Soul said, okay, so now this is I will give you punishment because you made a good soul Mohandas to turn evil. But she agrees for that. She says, okay, I will take the punishment. But her intention was very genuine, that she wanted Surdas to reach higher realms. So now she requests the High Good Soul to go to earth to reincarnate and guide Surdas and Mohandas. Okay, so she says without hesitation that um, um, uh, she says to the High Good Soul that she is very happy if she goes to the lower realms, realm 4, but she is strong enough to sacrifice her happiness for her beloved Surdas and Mohandas as well. So the good soul now agrees, and the High Good Soul agree, and he reincarnate. He comes down to the earth, uh, and in the form of a fakir. So one day it happened. Mohandas and Surdas, they robbed some money, and they were reaching home in night. So also they were intoxicated with alcohol. While they were driving, what happens? This High Good Soul, in the form of fakir, he just passes in front of their car, the car they were driving. So suddenly, the Surdas was driving, so he lost the control, and that car goes and crashes with the pole. So after that accident, both of them, they fell unconscious, and Mohandas and Surdas, Mohandas lost, he loses his leg and one arm. And they asked how the accident had happened. They had been drunk. So when due to the impact of their consciousness, because they were drunk, and they couldn't recognize that the money they had looted, that had rolled out of the car, and that has gone down downside the road into the thick bush. So now, after some time, Surdas and Mohandas, when they wake up, they found themselves lying in the hospital side by side. So both started blaming each other, like, you were responsible for this accident. You should have been more careful. Like that, they started blaming each other. So now what happens? This Mohandas, he starts to think about his past uh, days till the accident happened. What all actions he did. So then he realized that because he followed the wrong path, he followed the things that Surdas told, and now he has ended up in this situation. So he starts thinking like he has to suffer his whole life. This opened his subconscious mind. So now he started to realize that this is the God's way of justice. So now what happens? Mohandas, he changed himself. He changed himself into a good person. So see, as soon as Mohandas decides to change himself, one more soul uh, is ready to help Mohandas. So he finds one more soul which is ready to, help him in that situation. So there is a nurse named Poonam. So she came to treat Mohandas, and she was watching Mohandas, regularly. So one day he asks Poonam to bring Bhagavad Gita. So he took the oath that he will never follow a wrong path, but instead he will always follow God's path. Okay, then Poonam, she fell in love with Mohandas. Has Mohandas got discharged from the hospital? Poonam asks Mohandas, like, where will you go now? Mohandas says, I have no place to go. So Poonam, offers him to come to her home and live with her as she lives alone. But Mohandas, because now he's a changed man, he says, see, I'm disabled man, and I cannot be a burden on you. I don't want to be burden on you. So now Poonam, she confesses her feelings to Mohandas, that she is in love with him, and she will be very happy if Mohandas agrees to be her husband. Like this, two souls, Poonam and Mohandas, they come together. Both of them, get married, and Mohandas, with the help of artificial limbs, he started to work and lived a very happy life uh, within God's laws. So this is the transformation of Mohandas. But what happens with the Surdas? So Surdas, even he gets into even lower state. Surdas gets discharged from hospital. He has also lost his legs. But he called his mother, and he went home with her. So now he requests his mother to help him in his evil deeds. And his mother also, looking at his situation that he could not walk, she herself, agreed to help him. One day, Surdas, he plans to rob a rich widower in his city, a very rich man, and make him a pauper. So he plans in such a way that he could also take revenge on his mother, and he can escape from that situation from home. So the robbery was a success, and his mother also brought the man. His mother kidnaps the man, the rich man, and she kept him captivated. Now Surdas, what happens during the night when his mother was sleeping? He leaves home on his wheelchair with a bag of money that he looted from the rich widower, and he plants a few clues that would point to his mother as guilty. Okay, then he saw a car driving after that midnight, and he signaled to stop. So the car was a young man who is 20 years old, and his name is Phillips. He was driving the car. So he requests Philip to please give him a lift. He is a disabled man. He has no legs. And his mother had met with an accident, and she was taken to hospital. So he has to rush to hospital to give her clothes and medicines and food like that. He requests. Phillips is not a very intelligent boy, so he felt sorry for Surdas. So he agrees to help Surdas. And instead of going home, he takes Surdas and he starts driving towards hospital. Now Surdas, he took his gun out and pointed at Phillips, and he says to go to the highway. Here Phillips, he got very scared. He is not brave boy, so he was covered, and so he drove him to the highway. Now, just before leaving Bangalore, in this process, the Surdas also stops the car, and he calls to the police, and he tells the police that he had seen woman who robbed a rich man. That is, he is complaining about his own mother. Now the police, they entered Surdas' home and found his mother, and they get her captivated, and her mother was sent to jail for a few years. Now Surdas used Phillips for his uh, work. So he brainwashes Phillips and telling him that he had great power of black magic. So if Phillips don't obey his orders, so he will turn Phillips into a cat or dog. Like that, he used to scare Phillips. So Phillips was also completely now under the control of Surdas. So by changing cars, what happened? They somehow, both Phillips and Surdas became successful uh, to leave the India, and they reach Lahore. They reached Lahore. So now one day what happens? Yeah. So here in the spirit world, Neelu was very worried. She was very tensed because Surdas has fallen deeper in evil ways. But she had full faith in a high good soul, and she was determined to change Surdas. So, what happens now? Again, she requests the high good soul to help her in this situation. So now again, the good soul, he gets back to the earth in the form of fakir, and the good soul will now approach Phillips, because Phillips has been very covered and spineless fellow. So now it is the time for Phillips to learn to face his problems courageously instead of being a slave to Surdas, evil person. So one day it happens that Philip, he was sitting on a rock from Surdas' home. So he was thinking, he was wondering why God did not help him, and he was forced to do things that he didn't want to do. And so, with all his frustration, he shouted, "Oh God, please help me! I can't tolerate this Surdas anymore," like this. So, after few minutes, the high good soul came down to him in the holy fakir's disguise and said, "Oh, my boy, kindly give something to this poor man. I'm very hungry." So Philip felt deeply, for that starving fakir, and his hands naturally went into his pocket. And then he remembered that Surdas has never let him to give any single paisa. He has no freedom to do anything. So his pockets were empty, so he felt very bad. He got tears in his eyes, Phillips. So he says, "Sorry, old man, I am very sorry. I have nothing to give you, as I am absolute slave of a evil man." So now the good fakir, he started conversation with the Phillips. So why, how you became slave, like that? He starts conversing with Phillips. Now Phillips told him everything to unburden his pain. He told everything to the fakir. So now for this, the good high soul who is in the disguise of fakir, so he says to Phillips, you should not be so cowardly and spineless. So that is this is the reason why you are in this situation, you are caught up in this situation. But Phillips was so brainwashed that he says to Fakir that even if he want, he cannot escape from this, because Philip still believes that Surdas had the power of doing black magic on him and turn him into an animal. So for this, the high good soul says, the high good soul, give assurance to Phillips that nothing will happen, as he is convinced by Surdas. The good soul also says that I have the power too, but I would never let Surdas to turn you into an animal. So now Phillips got confident, he got convinced, he got reassured from the high good soul. So now Phillips was very excited to run away from Surdas. So, but the high good soul stops him and explains, see, you must be help me to improve Surdas because I have saved you from the misery. So now it is your turn, your duty to help me. But Surdas says, no, Fakir, that is not possible because he is a very evil person. Let him go to hell. Surdas cannot be changed. But he says, no, Phillips, I am here to perform my duty, and you must also do your duty. Okay, for this, Philip agrees. Um, the high good soul asks Phillips to bear for one more day, and then you have to do as the high good soul no tells him. So the high good soul directs Phillips to take 300 rupees from Surdas money that he has robbed, and take the car and go to the city and leave the car just before he enters the city, find job for himself. So he says that 300 rupees are enough, don't take much because the Surdas money is cursed and evil. And also it is not Philip's hard earned money. That's why. So like that, Phillips takes 300 rupees from Surdas cupboard, and he asks Surdas that he has found a cave where there is a treasure. He tells no Surdas like that. Um, in jungle there is a cave, so it is filled with treasure. So as usual, Surdas, being a greedy person, he felt very excited, and he ordered Phillips to take him to the cave immediately. So as planned, Phillips takes Surdas in his car, and both of them, they go to the jungle. They reached the jungle and they reach the cave. So here, Phillips, what happens? Phillips stops his car, and he says that the cave is too narrow for Surdas because he was, you know, uh, disabled man. So it is good for him to, stay outside the cave, and he convinces Surdas that he will enter the cave first. He will go in the cave to see whether there is actually treasure or not. Then he will call Surdas. Then Surdas says, okay. Then Phillips enters the cave, and um, after going inside, no, after some time, he found an exit through the back of the cave. So he escapes from there and he went to the car, and he drove uh, to the city. He drove to the city, and there he leaves the car, and with the 300 rupees he just escapes. So like this, Philip escaped, and he starts living his life on his own terms, by finding a job or something, by working hard. After an hour, here Surdas was waiting outside the cave. He started, to worry why Phillips has not, returned. Now, Surdas, what he does, he with courage, he enters the cave. So, but he founds nothing there. Uh, Even Phillips was not there in the cave. So now the Surdas thinks that was it possible that Phillips had vanished, by making him fool like that. He started to think. So he became very angry, Surdas, because nobody was able to fool him. Uh, so now, what happened? Surdas, he was all alone in the cave, and also it is in uh, the evening time, so there is no one around him to help him to get to the city. Like that, he found no one. So he sat in despair to the wall of the cave, and like that, when he was thinking, he was pondering. No, Philip just cheated him. He accidentally placed his hands on a snake that is slithering from one stone to another. So here Surdas become frightened. So all his life he never ever prayed to God, but now he starts, to uh, beg God for mercy. So he starts, oh my God, how will I endure this all torture? You know, so with great effort, somehow he crawled again to the middle of the cave and sat there. But there he found so many snakes. They were just around him. So he stayed inside the cave, because if he gets out, there might be a chance that he may get attacked by wild animals. So now he cannot even go outside also, because it is in the it is evening. Now he starts pondering, oh God, why Phillips did this? Just make Phillips' subconscious mind to change and bring him back to me. Like this, he all started to think. But here, a thought came to Surdas' subconscious, like, why, instead of praying all this, he could have put effort in changing himself. So here the subconscious mind, uh, you know, gives him the idea to win over his own evil mind. So now he began to think, why did I always shut my subconscious mind and continue doing all these evil things? So I should have changed myself instead. One by one, he saw himself, harassing people, looting, robbing them, torturing, raping girls, and even putting his own mother in trouble. All these memories came to his mind. Now he realized that um, all must they what they all the victims have gone through. They went through hell because of my evil nature. He realizes the fact, because of his greed and his um, pleasure. He made other people to suffer. So now he started to pray to God with his whole heart, to please save him. But he is guilty. He is guilty, and he some at some point he even thinks that it is entirely impossible for him, and also the God will not help him now, because he has done too much of evil things. So he began crying, and he was convinced that there was no chance at all of a survival. So I will never see, he literally convinced that he is not going to see another morning. And he also prayed to God to kill him there only. And he also realized that he will go to hell, and um he I don't he didn't want to uh, torn apart by the wild animals, so he thought it is better to die by getting bitten by snakes. So he stays in the cave only. So as the snake slithers across his body, one of the snakes, and he shouted, "Oh God, please have pity on me, and I can't, endure this torture anymore." So somehow he falls asleep, and he wakes up next morning. So he found himself alive. Then now his subconscious mind is awakened. So now he comes out of the cave somehow, and he sits there on ground, in the open space in jungle. So what happens here, Surdas, he now started to see everything clearly. So he was sure that it is very late for him for the transformation, but the present moment he realized that this is the God's way of justice. um, so his subconscious mind again began again that, see, you wanted to perform a miracle, you wanted God to perform a miracle. Now the God has done miracle, he has saved you. So you shall now, at least you shall now improve yourself and lead a good life. His subconscious awakened him. Now the night passed, and he was overjoyed that he is saved. Now again, the next day, the subconscious mind says to Surdas, see, even a poisonous snake and all the poisonous snakes, the fierce animals in the jungle, they have pity on a legless and helpless man, but you were so evil, man, you never had any pity on innocent, helpless people. So he was very ashamed of himself. See, all his karma, started to melt, you know, his bad karmas. Still there, very little chance for him to survive in this dense jungle, he realized. So now he got immense faith on God, that because he was saved by the Almighty, even after doing all these um, evil activities. Here, this one day, a holy fakir, that is a high good soul, that was no sent, means requested by Nilu, Surdas's beloved soul. So, a holy fakir, he came near to Surdas in the jungle. So he asks the man, "So are you evil or good? Because I will never help evil people." Uh, you know, mm, Now Surdas was on the verge of saying that he was good, but he did not, because his subconscious mind stops there, and he's, instead of saying that he is a good man, he said, "No, my dear fakir, listen to my story first. Then if you think your conscience permits you to help me, then only help me. Otherwise, you go on your way. May God bless you. God will take care," he says. So his high good soul, he sat on the rock with Surdas, and he listens to Surdas' story. Surdas told him everything, and the good soul was very impressed that he's genuine. Surdas, now he's a changed man. So now he says, see, you want to be saved so that you can continue your evil ways, or you will live a good life. He takes the test of Surdas. For this, Surdas replies, no, Fakir, now I will never go the wrong way. I learned my lesson. Um, and I'm very positive that God saved me last night and gave me a chance to lead a good life. So he requests to trust him. So the high good soul, he saw Surdas' aura and vibrations, that changed vibrations of Surdas. He said, okay, I will help you. First, he helped Surdas by giving him food and water. Then he took Surdas home and left him there. And the fakir returns to the spirit world. Surdas, with his artificial legs, he led a kind, good, and selfless life. He also got his mother released from jail, and both mother and Surdas, they improved over time. He also improved his mother. Now, mother and son, they are very honest, kind, and they started living a good life. So, but Surdas here, he doesn't know how his beloved soul in the spirit world, Nilu, and the high good soul, both of them helped him. So, after when he returns to the spirit world, so he came to know. He returns to the spirit world after leaving his body. He unites with the beloved soul, Nilu. So, Nilu is very overjoyed now, and she thanked the high good soul from the bottom of her heart to help Surdas, to unite with her in the realm 5. So this is the story that tells us that no matter how evil a person can be, how evil a person can go on the earth, with the help of his beloved souls from the spirit world, and with the help of his subconscious mind or willpower, one can change himself in the very life in the so there is no need to uh, change in the next life. So many will think, say, this is almost the time is up and we cannot change. Many people may think like that, but in this life itself, one can change, no matter how deep they have fallen in the lower realms. The only thing is just a will matters. Just one positive thought will matters. To evolve oneself. One can evolve in the very life itself. So that this is the story. The best example is a Surdas story. And also, this story also tells that our karma, you know, our karma, uh, we can cleanse our karma in the very life. There is no need to wait for another birth. Okay. And also, we should not become slave to our conscious mind, because as we function in this physical world, we there are moments where we forget our purpose and fall back to lower realms. It happens. It consistently it is going to happen. we become a slave to our conscious mind, and we shut down our subconscious mind. The conscious mind, it starts to rule our life. So we should always remember that our subconscious mind is our real self. So we should not let our conscious mind to be master. So there is a saying by many wise men have said this statement, that mind is an excellent servant but dangerous master. So we should not allow the conscious mind to become our master. We should not give power to our mind. So we should not let subconscious mind to be our master. So it is a servant. It is an excellent servant. We can guide the conscious mind to be our servant in our soul evolution. And also this story tells that everyone gets the opportunity. Everyone is guided by higher selves, higher self, and spirit guides and God, but the choice should be made by the person. It is ultimately the person's choice, whether he whether he chooses the right path or wrong path. So with the choice, we can with our choice, we can change our lives. So this is the message this story conveys. And how to do a good deed. So this is also very important here. So whenever we get into certain situations like this surdas, so what we have to remember. So we should not complain, God. We should not complain others. Like because of some people, we got into this circumstance. So we should know how pure we are. We are in our deeds. So whenever we get into such situations, we should ask, like, God is there, but uh, God is there, but are we sure that we have never harmed or hurt anyone? So first question we should ask this to ourselves. So are we sure with that we have never harmed or hurt anyone, or we have not made someone miserable, for our greed? And also, if we think that we are very pious and good soul, then we should keep ourselves for analyzing our activities. We should constantly analyze how our thoughts are and how our actions are. So find out whether everything you have done is selfless and righteous. So without hypocrisy and dishonesty, we should look into ourselves. What were our motives? Whether our motives were about fulfilling our own greeds, our desires. We should look honestly into that. And then also we should remember that money is precious on earth, but anything in excess is not good. And we should earn money in the righteous way without indulging in the evil activities, because money blinds our vision in the sense our inner self, and also it hardens our heart. All the material pleasures and uh, these indulgences, they become obsession. The money will become obsession, and we lose our mind and heart. So there is a chance where we get very, evil person, and we forget our kindness, love, compassion, and loyalty towards other life forms, family members, and other fellow human beings. So also, whenever if you are misjudged or misled by someone, fellow human beings, so we should not rush into, um, proving ourselves, defending ourselves, or try to impress the world with being ambitious or being popular, like that. So we should have faith in Almighty that He will prove us innocent, whether there is a proof or not. But in time, eventually, the God will prove that we are innocent. So we should always keep this in our mind. So analyzation is the first step towards our soul, evolution. We should analyze so how our actions are, how our motives are, and the next thing is developing the will to change our actions, change ourselves, and take the righteous path. And facing problems bravely, because Phillips, if we look at the story of Phillips, so he got himself into the trouble because he was
Indira ma'am, you are stuck, ma'am.
place or evil people, and we have to constantly work towards purifying our soul. So many times we may not be successful 100%. 100% we may not be successful. We get into the circumstance where we, give power to our conscious mind. But as soon as we realize that there is a mistake, we did a mistake, so we should always focus on purifying our soul. So these are the important points that we can we can consider in our life for the evolution of our soul. And also there is a short information about spirit guides. We are all human beings on earth plane, and we are functioning on the earth plane to purify our soul in less time, so how we should be in this journey on earth. So one must throw away hate, and we should adopt love, and throw away jealousy. We should not be jealous about anybody, and we should understand other people, and we should not be very hard hearted. It is good if we adopt kindness as much as possible. And the next point is throw away the crookedness. Okay, crookedness or shrewdness, we call it. No, the smart, being over smart is also not good. So throw away the crookedness, and we must adopt wisdom. And throwing away selfishness and adopt selflessness in our activity that we perform. So that is the basis for good karma. And this is how we can help ourselves to purify our soul and reach the higher realms. So rebirth, we should not, and one more point is, we should not, ask for rebirth on earth. This is like a gamble. I will change in my next life. Many people may think that I will enjoy this life and I will change in next life. So we should not think in that way. So rebirth on earth is a gamble. So with this Surda story, we can understand that there is a chance in this life only for us to change and reach the higher level. So all souls on earth have spirit guides who watch out for them from the spirit world, and they guide them. So this is one of the main point. And also the concept of twin souls. The information is here about the concept of a twin soul. So every soul has a twin soul. So one soul may be on the earth, and the twin soul is in the higher plane, in the spirit world, that is always guiding the soul on earth. So there are few twin souls that are on same level. They are functioning on the same level. So the twin on the higher level, if the twin soul is in the spirit world, and the twin of that soul is on the earth, then the twin on this higher level has to wait for this soul to ascend and unite with it in the spiritual plane, that is in the spirit world. So it might take, that depends on our journey, that depends on the soul that is on the earth planet. So it might take 2 years or 20 to 200, 300 years. But in some cases, it has even taken 500 to 600 years to reach to that realm. So the desire of a twin who is waiting for the other to come up should be very strong and genuine. That he or she, if the desire is very strong, the chances is that the twin soul that is in the spirit world, that will again take birth on the earth to help its other twin to ascend higher. And sometimes they succeed, but most of the times, as the Mohandas, in the case of Mohandas happened, Mohandas fell down to lower realms. That might to happen. But the journey should be continuous. We should not stop ourselves. That's it. So the naturally the journey keeps continuous, and it keep repeating. And if earth people are very intelligent enough, they realize what is good and bad for them, or would try to seek messages from the spirit world, it would be easy for them to understand all these things. And also, if some of the people, they are gifted with this gifted with special power, like connecting with the spirits. So if there is such a power, it is better not to believe the half knowledge, because some people says, here there is a story, one girl, her name was Nina, and she has this special ability to connect with the spirit world, with the spirits. But she was so frightened, because her mother warned her that she should not indulge in such evil activities to communicate with spirit, and the evil spirit will possess her body and ruin her life, all these things. So after that, she stops connecting, and after that, when she came to the knowledge, she realizes that she should, instead of listening to her mother, she should have listened to the knowledge. And again, but it took her long time to regain her confidence again. So little knowledge, we should not believe the little knowledge, it is a dangerous thing. And also, the good and bad are in every soul. Every person has good and evil in him, but it is entirely the choice of the soul, whether it would like to live its life in a good way or in a bad way. So if even if they fall to the lower realm, so if when the soul realizes, but when soul realizes, definitely the soul will get help from spirit world and also from the god to change himself and lead a good life as much as possible. So there is always a possibility. So these are the points we can inculcate in our spiritual progress, to reach to higher realms.
Are you done, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Channasandra. It was so wonderful listening to the story. It is as if we imagined when you are writing. So, just give the points of this story. Like, there is always the soul is not alone. Always guiding spirits are there around us or in the spirit world. They always try to communicate with us. So, with the meditation, swadhyaya, sajjana sangatya, we can empty our mind and we can connect to the spirit souls. That we have to keep it in our mind. Uh, each and every time at every stage, they try to connect with us to give one or the other points or to guide us to keep us in right way. uh, we have to with the meditation we can take the take all those guidelines from those higher spirits, and we can reach our life uh, easily, and we can go to higher realms. And yeah, you said like rebirth is on earth is a gamble. So in this birth only, we have to try to change. We have to try to go to upper levels. We need not wait for other birth. So whatever time we are getting from now onwards, from this time onwards, we should be changing towards the good. Yeah, like one interesting point you told, like every soul has got twin soul, which is on the spirit world. So it can be in same level or it can be in the upper level. So we should believe that our twin soul will be always there to guide us, and we should always be in good path. Even if we are influenced by bad, evil act people, we should, with the determined mind, we should not be get influenced by those people and lead our life easily. Yeah, Deepika ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Sindhura ma'am, yeah, for your wonderful session. And yes, every soul has a chance in the life when they come to Earth planet, like to raise or go lower. It's in our hands. So even the bad soul did not feel bad, they still have the opportunity, so they can raise up, right? So yeah, in the souls. And we have 7 realms, and each realm is having 10 stages, right? So 0 to 9 stages. So in realm 4 and fifth stage, the soul splits into two, like a male soul and a female soul. As a single soul, when it reaches to realm 4 and fifth stage, it splits two. And God has given that so that the soul will be like helping its other part. So it's like more raising, it's like more learning to the soul. So when the soul, like the two splitted souls, when they individually rise and reach to realm 7 stage 9, that is again they become a single whole soul, and they enter into the next universe. So, so till there, the twin soul, it will be guiding. Either it will be guiding, or they two travel together to raise each other. They'll be helping each other. And to know our twin soul is like through auto writing. If we meet some specialist through auto writing, there is a chance like we will know our twin soul. So that's how our soul begins to travel from realm 4, stage 5. And when it reaches to realm 7, stage 9, it becomes again a soul. That's the complete soul. So, and then it will go to next universe that is the higher than the 7 realms. That's what I learned. And yeah, and thank you for your session. We learned a lot more things. Thank you so much.
Vedavati ma'am, you are unmuted now.
Yeah. Good evening, Pallavi.
Good
Good
evening, ma'am.
evening, Deepika.
Good evening.
First of all, see, the other day we discussed that we will finish off this wisdom sharing in 45 to 45 minutes. Okay. Then we will talk about holistic and then meditation. See, now it is already 10:20. When will you do holistic and then meditate? It will be by the time we go to sleep, it will be 12 o'clock. By that time, no, that sleep, no, will almost die.
Okay,
The
the
whole
subject
night
is
we
very
will not be
interesting, right,
able to.
ma'am? That's
No,
why
this
it
type of,
continued.
I have one small suggestion. This type of stories we have in our Puranas. If
Okay.
we take up from Puranas and talk, people will improve spiritually as well as they will also get the knowledge of all those Puranas. As it is, we lack.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
Vedvati
We'll
ma'am,
take
we
the suggestion.
understand. Thank you so much for coming forward and
Correct,
letting us
correct,
know.
no, correct,
Yeah,
no,
ma'am, we actually
Deepika.
want to take for 45 minutes, but the thing is like the subject is lot. And see, your conscious mind is blocking you, your subconscious mind is listening you. That's why you are not getting sleep. so sleep is like okay we can sleep but there's a lot learn to know learn this is we are taking so much time in telling because this is the main thing that we don't get how many vratas how many pujas you do also it takes much more time to get this information right so we
Correct, information is correct.
so
But
the
you
spirit
can take
you
this
know
from our
the
Puranas,
Puranas,
Vedas,
they
Puranas.
have that, yeah, but yeah, how many will, no, even we listen Puranas, we have a doubt, is this really happened or is this a story they have made for us to keep in a track? So through the spirit world, somebody is telling us, the spirit souls are telling us, right? So this is the direct way that they are showing us. We should be so fortunate to know this way. So okay, like you said, we'll from tomorrow onwards we'll do for only 45 minutes the spiritual topic. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you for sharing. And if you have
For
any questions, ma'am, yes.
like we will have a particular time to sleep.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
we
yeah.
cross that, we will not get sleep again.
Yeah. We'll
Okay,
discuss that about. Yeah. We
maximum.
understand. So
Uh,
other masters are like in pleasant. They heard so much, and they're
yeah,
still
I
their
also
mind is
heard.
going through. Let them, let them be in that pleasant moment. So we'll make sure
No,
from
no, I
tomorrow.
also
We'll
heard the whole program, and
Ma'am,
yeah
we'll discuss
more.
this later, ma'am. You
yeah.
just drop your number. We'll talk offline, ma'am. Okay.
Mm.
No, ma'am. Yeah. We'll take for 45 minutes from next time. Okay, ma'am.
That
Thank you
day,
so much.
Rangnath sir also was telling, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, like when the story was so interesting. If we keep in
and
suspense
and
like yesterday.
our our debate now it takes too much longer time. So let's cut down this here and continue the next part. And we'll decide it. We'll for sure make sure like from tomorrow onwards, we'll stop it by for 45 seconds. And you masters will keeping what happened, what happened next. Then we'll see how we'll be able to answer for that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Vedvati ma'am. Yeah. Pallavi ma'am, continue.
The story was so interesting. If we if we stop it in middle, the other people yesterday they were asking. I stopped the one story in between, and I could not complete it that day. So much curiosity they had. That's why we wanted to complete the story with the morals, what they are going to teach, what they wanted to teach. That's why we just continue with the session, even if it is taking 5-10 minutes more.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
Now you'll
tomorrow
carry
onwards,
on
we'll
with
try to
holistic
take the
lifestyle.
whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
we'll
we'll
just
carry
do.
on with holistic
Pallavi,
lifestyle.
Malini Rao, what she does know, how
Yeah,
much
yeah,
ever
Ma'am,
we
yeah.
we'll talk
discuss.
it
Let's talk.
talk offline, ma'am.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We'll
I'll
talk
just take
offline,
your
ma'am. We'll
number.
solve this
We'll
issue
talk.
and now continue the holistic lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Bapre.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, now we start with holistic lifestyle. That's about Shankamudra. I'll just share how the Shankamudra is going to be. Yeah, the first one. This is the Shankamudra. How you have to hold it, you have to take the left hand with on the right palm. You have to keep it like this and then keep your this thing like this. This thumb should touch the middle finger like this. This is Shankamudra. This is like a conch, right? These 1, 2, 3 are the steps which we have to follow for Shankamudra. Okay. The steps, how you have to follow. Encircle your left thumb with the four fingers of your right hand. At the same time, touch the right thumb to the extended middle finger of your left hand. Together, the two hands looks like a conch shell. That is Shankamudra. When we want to practice this mudra, you can first chant Om several times. Then listen within yourself to the silence for several minutes afterwards. So, this mudra is used during rituals in many Hindu temples. There, the conch horn is blown in the morning to announce the opening of the temple door. The same applies to our inner temple, in which the divine light shines. It should also be open. So, we always think this body is one temple. Our soul is residing inside like a idol. So, we have to open our body consciousness as well by chanting Om and then perform the Shankamudra. Yeah, first let yourself be brought into collective repose through the mudra and by singing or chanting Om. See your hands as a seashell and encircle thumb as pearl with it. Your left thumb becomes symbol of high self, like God. God always in the Garbhagruha, right? So it is like this, and symbol of highness, with which you can connect yourself in love and which lets you receive all the help you require, or which gives you confidence and a sense of security. Simply everything you needed. So this is like you have to imagine this your thumb, left thumb is high self inside, and you are connecting with the higher self. Okay, this is how you have to keep it like this, and you have to chant Om and activate your inner self for 10 minutes a day. You can do it, and you will get lots of benefits. It is connected with Vishuddhi Chakra. Vishuddhi Chakra is here. So all problems which are related to throat, it all gets cured. So helpful in thyroid problem, cleansing 72,000 nadis. So it helps relief to allergies and skin problems as well. So in this climate, in this thing, it is always good to have this mudra, because we'll be always will be having a problem with allergies, dust allergy, all those things, highly high risk in this climate, right? So this helps. Also helps with tonsils and gives positive effect on respiratory system as well. So even if you have problem, if you don't have problem, morning when you are praying, you can do Shankamudra for 10 minutes and clear your throat and your respiratory system. And these lungs, skin is also like we have studied in the previous classes, like lung is also our skin is also like our third lung. So skin problems also get cured with Shankamantra. Yeah, masters, if you have any doubts, you can raise the hands regarding this Shankamantra. I think everyone understood. Yeah, Rashika garu, unmute yourself.
Madam, nothing, madam. I will ask last because the time is less now.
It's okay, you can ask 1-2 minutes.
Oh, this
Start
Shankamudra is very helpful for thyroidism and it will helpful for the thyroidism. Correct, sir?
Yeah. Thyroid. Vishuddhi chakra, no? Here, throat. Thyroid also stays here.
Okay.
So, all problems related to throat,
Okay.
all these things will be cured. Tonsils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other masters?
Madam, and one more question.
Yeah.
This is subconscious mind and conscious mind. Subconscious mind means we have to concentrate one topic. That is called subconscious mind. And the conscious mind means we have to listen the what we are listening. We have not listened properly. That is called unconscious mind. Correct, madam?
I did not get you.
I did not understand what is the subconscious mind and conscious mind.
Conscious mind is now if general thinking. Okay. Like I want to do this, I want to do that. That is conscious mind. Subconscious mind, it is generally not activated or awakened in every person. Only who does meditation, whose mind is empty, those people only will have subconscious mind awakened. Then only you can connect with the subconscious mind. That's why we have to do all this Sajjan Sangatya, meditation, and Swadhyaya. If you read more books, you will get more wisdom. If you do Sajjana Sangatya, you will get more information, and then if you do meditation, you will get the path easily to get how to connect with the subconscious mind. Okay.
Okay. What I understand of the subconscious consciousness means if you listen properly, what someone is telling, if you listen properly, that is called subconscious. Means if you not listen, if you listening, but my mind is somewhere, that's called conscious mind. I understand now.
Okay. Now you understood the difference, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like so many people around us, they'll keep on telling you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. But our subconscious mind is our guru. We should follow our subconscious mind. We should know
Okay.
what is good, what is bad. So all the peoples won't have subconscious mind awakened, right? That's why we are giving all these examples, all these topics, spiritual topics, so that we know what is good path, what is bad path. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I understand now what is the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Rashikar.
Can I give an example?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay. So if you have a friend with you and you have only one apple to eat, you're very hungry. Your conscious mind will say, you're hungry, so you eat that apple. You brought that apple with a plan, so you made some plan so that you'll get hungry, so you bought it, so you eat it. That is your conscious mind. If something from heart, from inside, it says, no, share to him also. That is your subconscious mind.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it? Yeah.
Yes, madam. Got it. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, masters, shall we go with the meditation? Okay, please come on. We'll start with the meditation. Yeah, I'll just share the picture of it. Please remove your spectacles. Drink a glass of water for effective meditation. Yeah, this is the posture. Sit in a comfortable position. If you want to sit on a chair, keep your legs like this and hands clasped, interlaced. If you are sitting on a chair or down in Sukhasana, you can sit properly, comfortably, with back erect. The main thing is your hand should be interlaced like this, clasped and interlaced. Okay. You are not having close your eyes. You should not do any mantra, any japa, anything, no chanting, nothing. You just have to do only anapanasati meditation. That is ana means taking in breath, apana means out breath, sati means observing the breath. So we just have to be with our breath, and even if you get any thoughts, just cut all those thoughts and come back to your
How many minutes we will do
observation.
meditation, madam?
Yeah. You will do the meditation. Just cut all the thoughts and just observe the breath. Be with the breath. Okay. I will just share beautiful music. We'll start with the meditation right now. Last 1 minute, masters. Please come to the body consciousness. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please come to the body consciousness. Be with the breath. Don't open your eyes. Keep your palms on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly open your eyes with a smiling face. You have done wonderful meditation. Come to the body consciousness. Yeah, I hope we all had a wonderful meditation today. Yeah, if anyone wants to share any experience regarding meditation, you can share, or else we'll end the session.